Today I will show you how to curl your doll's Saran straight hair using a curling iron. This is a 1/4 inch curling iron by Hot Tools, and the reason I like this brand is because it has the adjustable temperature here. Always keep the temperature on the lowest, which here on the specific one is 280. First thing you will want to do is spray your doll with water and brush out completely. You will need a water bottle, my secret potion here, which is the Catwalk by TG Curls Rock Amplifier, and if you do not have this hair product, you can go ahead and use any cheap gel. This one was, I think, about $1.50 at Sally Beauty Supply. Wave papers, which are the little papers used for perms, for perming people's hair. And if you do not have these, you can go ahead and curl without using these, but it is safer as far as burning the doll's hair to use these papers. You will need clips, large and small, and a comb, rat tail comb, or a comb with a sharp end, scissors. The scissors I prefer to use for cutting doll's hair are by Tweezerman. The Spirit 2000 5.5 inch styling shears. These are the best. A dog brush. If you do not have a dog brush, get a dog brush. Otherwise, you can use any type of brush that you use for your dolls now. And a paintbrush, which I use for the gel. If you are not using the hair gel, if you are using the Catwalk, go ahead and toss that to the side. You will not be needing that. And if you do not have a paintbrush, you can actually use your fingers. You can just dip your fingers in the hair gel. No need for the paintbrush, but it is a little messy with the hair gel and sticky. Okay, so the first thing you will want to do is wet your doll's hair and brush it out from either side of the part. You notice here, you do not want to brush through the part, otherwise you will lose the part and it will be difficult to get that back together. Now go ahead and separate the hair. Separate a small section at the bottom, straight across. I prefer to separate between the stitches because it does give me a cleaner curl all the way across. And secure the top hair using a clip. I always start at the right side, but you can obviously start wherever you want. Now go ahead and separate a small section of hair, approximately 1/2 inch wide. And since we are using heat, we want to make sure that this hair stays damp. So go ahead and wet it one more time, and you will learn as you go with more practice how much water you need, how much product you need. This is something that, you know, will depend on you, will depend on your preference, how comfortable you feel using the curling iron, how fast you can move with the curling iron, if you have experience or not. I'll go ahead and, now that it's wet, add some of the Curls Rock Amplifier. You will want to put a small pea-sized amount on your fingers. Go ahead and rub it into your fingers and all over the hair. Okay, so take that small section. Now if you do not have the amplifier, you can go ahead and use the gel by dipping your brush into the bottle, like so, and putting it on the strand. You can always dip your fingers in there, but I have nails, I don't want to get it under my nails, so I'm using this paintbrush. Grab your wave paper, put it like so over the hair, fold it in half, go ahead and spray it again, and slide it down to the bottom. Now before I start curling, what I should have done is shown you what I do with the curling iron. When you have your curling iron on and it's sitting and getting hotter and hotter, what you want to make sure is that it's not too hot, otherwise you will burn the hair. So go ahead and spray it a little bit to get it to cool down. I have also used a damp towel to kind of get the heat off. Make sure if you are working with a curling iron or any electric device, please make sure that you have your parents' permission. That's really important because this can be dangerous. You can burn yourself, obviously. So go ahead and take the end paper and start curling. And if you do not feel comfortable, or if you would feel more comfortable taking a smaller risk, go ahead and start out in the center back, so that way if your doll hair does burn a little bit, it won't be as noticeable. Here we have a curl. So now what you want to do, make sure that curl stays. It's still warm, so we could still play around with it and kind of mold it into what we need. Now you will take it and kind of pin it up as you twist. So now your curl will sit and wait. So here's what happens if I do not use the end papers. You will get the same result, but you do have to be more careful. I would recommend that you practice first, because you are likely to burn the hair if you don't have the right amount of heat, water, and product. If you hear a little singeing, that is normally the water steaming off of the hair. So here's my curl, and I want to secure it using a clip, and I find that the metal ones do work a little better. The plastic ones I bought today are cute, but they're not as effective. Now here's a trick that I use when dealing with difficult to curl hair. I spray it with a little hairspray And here's my other secret weapon, which I will show you. This is the only hairspray that I use on my dolls. ABBA Firm Hold Hairspray. This stuff is the best. And you can actually make 2 out of 1. What I do is I grab the ends, the little knots, I stretch, and in the middle I make a knot, and I create a second knot next to the first knot as close as possible. Pull, cut the middle, and you just created doll hair nets. Okay, so we're going to put all the hair in. Okay, you can twist a little here and then secure it to the hair using a clip like this. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the next section. Okay, now we have our second section completed. Go ahead and take out your hairnet from the bottom carefully. Spray and reapply your hairnet before you continue to work on the next section. Okay, so now our third section is done. Remove the hairnet once again. Spray. Place hairnet back on the curled section. Now Chloe's going to sit with her friends. She looks beautiful.